I don't know who you are. So it leaves us with like, I mean, some options. So
Yeah,
I like the idea that we can play with, well, whatever. I mean, it's easier to Photoshop them too. But yeah, if we could green screen it, I mean, that works for me. So really, motherfucker. Because we could green screen BLM all over this.
Yeah, I mean, we could.
Well, I was up, dude. You know, that's funny. I was gonna ask you actually. There was something else too. I was gonna mention. You know our current screen layout, right? Where we've got the two. Well, I mean, even if a third person comes on or a fourth person comes on or what have you, but like even the way.
Whoa, hang on. I want to say that I think we lost him. Okay, well, I guess we'll call back in a minute. We're gonna get started in a couple, probably about 8 minutes.
Yeah, what the hell happened?
I don't know, man.
I did nothing on my end. I was trying to send you that. Well, you got it, right? You got the picture. I don't know what the hell it was.
I was trying to share the screen. And other than that, I don't know what happened.
Just always does that
as
shit.
soon as I did that, it dropped. So that's interesting. We got about
Yeah,
5
right?
minutes, and then we'll be there. Just
All
getting
right.
some stuff set up. So.
Because they can hear us now, right?
Oh yeah, they've been hearing us. I started it 5 minutes ago.
Okay, well that's good. Raw. Wait a minute, Lou Rawls, how did you... What you talking about, Willis?
What up?
Robert,
what
what's
up?
going on, man?
What up, man?
you actually gonna be here this time. How did you just miss it last time?
Right?
What? What? Wait, how? Did you? Oh, okay. So, but it's still at a. Wait a minute. What? No, hold on a minute.
What are you
Mine's
reading?
Not doing that. Mine is not doing that.
Yours is not doing what?
What flying hell is he talking about here?
I don't see anything. I just see what's up.
I know, my bad. I'm trying to see. How the hell? Okay, it's obviously like this. Hi, peeps! Yeah. Wait, yeah, I understand that. He's like, okay, he's doing this. He's doing. But it's not cooperating! How do you fool do that?
What are you talking about? What are we doing?
I don't understand. Ain't nobody got time for that. What?
Oh.
Ow!
Daggone thing.
Ow! No! Okay, this is.
Did my text
so
message go?
silly.
Did my text message go through?
To my phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you were online, right?
No, the one before that, or the one after that. So you didn't get anything just a few minutes ago.
Hold on a second. I might have. Hold on, because I had the headphones on, so I probably didn't hear the chirping. No, I did not.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure.
Okay,
It
good.
kept saying failed because I signaled, but I had like one bar and it was still not sending, so I just wanted to make sure that it didn't send like 4 times because I tried to send it. But sorry.
What kind of fucking wizardry is this? How is he getting that?
Getting what?
I don't understand how he's getting
Oh, you're
the
talking.
phone.
Oh, you're talking about that. The damn wrist hurts, man.
Damn!
Yeah. Oh, where'd it go? Damn! There it is.
There it is.
Like my app closed on me.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay, well, as long as it didn't. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that there for right now, because, you know, I go around. We're not, Robert, we're not really doing anything per se. We're just.
No, we're just getting stuff set up.
We're just, yeah, bear with us. I'm watching the magic not happen. Dude, I turned. Oh man, dude.
It's good response time now, isn't it?
Dude, I turned right to the channel and just said, "Damn!" Perfect timing.
Yeah, he said, "Baby's still up." Damn, and so I hit the button.
Perfect timing. Damn! Baby's still awake. So, what we gonna do this week? What we talk about this week? We're gonna talk about.
We're gonna talk about the background.
Oh yeah.
We're building something. We do some tech talk because we always gotta do some tech talk.
We gotta do some tech talk.
We always gotta get a tech talk in. So we're gonna do some tech talk, and then of course our usual tangent. Those are the 4 topics that I got up there right now. You can see it. So
wait, you're gonna build something? Yeah, we're gonna build something. Okay, yeah.
Build something. No, nobody's watching that. No, you might be watching that. I'm not watching that. I don't watch that.
Are you trying to tell us? The music sounded a little Magic Mike-ish?
Well, because you said that, it's time.
It's time.
It is time. I need to get the Rafiki. It is time. Rafiki, you know what I'm talking about. Rafiki.
Yeah.
It is time.
It
I
is
need,
time.
I need to. I need to get that one. So yeah, got that done. Got that done.
We gotta try to prep the screens more for like more usage and future usage. And Robert, if you ever like you guys hook up so that you can be part of the live stream, got to do that sometime. Mark's a little bit more subtle over there, so you guys can put that little third screen on there so we get like a. This it. Oh, that all vibrated. That was pretty good.
What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
What the hell is going on again? Why? You
What
do
you
this to
talking
me?
about? Dag nap.
Son of a.
It's all tangled up. Why does it gotta be tangled up right now? No, it has to be tangled up.
Well, of course it's tangled up right now.
I gotta get in the fridge. Oh, that's cold. I like that. It's cold. I got a mini fridge in here now, man.
I thought about doing that. There's no mini fridge that I like. And I was like, nah, screw that.
This one's not really like a true mini fridge. It's more like a mini.
How is it not a true mini fridge? It either is or it isn't, man.
Well, it's a. I'll have to send you the info on it. It's not like it's a fridge, but it doesn't cool off like a typical mini fridge. Like a regular fridge, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have like the big thing on it. But I put these in there. What time did I come in here? What time did I message you saying I was online?
1835. So 1935 your time.
No. That was 7. No, that's the text message.
Yeah.
Right.
You said it 1835.
Yeah, but I
so
think,
it's
but I didn't.
1935 your time.
But no, I'm talking about in Skype.
Oh, in Skype. Oh, I know. Well, I don't know. Wait a minute. Let me take a look. When was it? I am online at 2044.
Okay, so that's when I put them in the refrigerator.
Okay.
And so 45 minutes, and this can went from being completely warm to not cold, but cold.
That's what refrigerators do. I don't know if you knew that or not, but
Well, I'm saying it's not the typical.
Hey, Dalton. Hey, how you doing, man? Dalton's on board.
Yo, I saw that name and I didn't even see it.
KIA is also present. How you doing, big guy? I know only listening capacities. I know Dalton's probably at work, but thanks for chiming in case you have anything.
He gonna
listening. He's got listening capabilities. Dude is the CIA, not the KIA. Hey, Mark, you got to give him a damn for old time's sake.
That's all you got?
Well,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
dude, Oi, how you doing, man? Oi's up in here too. Man, they always have these, dude. Like, I think we should. You know what we should do? We should like mass bomb instructables with like an idea for the same kind of plane. Like each one of us do it and see who comes out with like, the win. Just
What, we all submit the same thing?
Yeah, exactly. Just like whatever plane generic, we all submit the same thing, and we'll put our little something to it and see which one of us wins. That way, at least one of us does.
I just don't know if I don't know if I agree with that. I think that's a little. That's a little.
Monstrous?
Yeah. Let me go find this stinking.
Ain't nobody got time for that. What are you gonna go find?
I'm gonna send you the link to this.
This our tangent? Is this
No.
our tangent?
Sure. I mean, kind of, because we were talking about the cooler. We were talking about the.
He's already. See, you gotta get the tangent out right away. So
Well, I mean, kind of.
about the-
Kind of.
talking about the cooler.
The cooler.
Did you spit in the
It's real
cooler?
quick, huh?
Did you spit in the cooler?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, why didn't you spit in the cooler?
That's the one that we got.
What in the hell? Well, why do you what do you need that for?
Well, you see it. It's little.
It's tiny as fuck.
Yeah, but it fits just what I need. And it does heat too. Like it's a
Okay.
cooler and warmer. So if you wanted to like keep something hot, or I guess warmer, because it says a warmer,
Yeah.
you could keep it warm.
Gee,
But it runs on
almost-
like AC, like you could put it in a car battery, like a cigarette lighter, if you wanted to, or you can just plug it into your regular power.
weird. Okay. Weird.
So if like you were on a golf cart or something,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's kind of what I picture this being used for. But it takes a while for it to cool down.
Well, I would imagine so if it gets the warms. I mean, your best bet is to buy two of them, so one can be the warmer and one can be the cooler at all times.
Well, I just keep it on cool the whole time.
Well, I know, but I'm talking about since it can warm. Unless it's got two hemispheres.
No. It's either one or the other. Because the back
Probably.
the back has a switch on it, and you just flip it to warm or cold or off.
Warm or cold or off.
Yeah.
I like it. All right.
But you see what color it is.
Yeah, it's pansy blue. I saw that.
You shut up.
Ain't nobody got time
I
for
had to
that.
take a moment here, folks, and point out the pansy blue that was his coloring scheme.
No,
whoa! What the? Dude,
What the what?
Let's not get ahead of myself.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I don't
What's
either.
happening? So, peeps, yeah.
But like this water bottle has been in there for a couple weeks and it is ice cold. And it was put in there at room temperature.
Again, I don't know if you people knew that, but that's what refrigerators do. You know, they
Well,
cool
it's
things down.
it's not the typical refrigerator though.
Well, what would you call it?
I like a little ice, like a cooler, not even a.
No,
like
because
not
a cooler keeps things cold, doesn't make things cold. Things that make things cold are refrigerators.
Yeah,
If
but
it was cold
the
when it
type,
went
the
in,
way it
it'll stay cold.
refrigerates is not the typical refrigerator.
Not the point. The point is,
The type of motor and the
look, I didn't invent the English language, okay? I'm just working with what we got.
you didn't.
And what we got is,
invent English.
if you get a cooler, you put ice in it, it becomes cold with the ice. But if it's a cooler and you just put something cold in the cooler, it's going to stay cold because the cooler keeps it cool. I mean, it'll eventually wear down, but you know. But see, that's not a cooler because it refrigerates because it gets cold by staying in there. So it's got to be a refrigerator.
It is, but it's not the. It's not the fact that it's not a refrigerator because it is, but it's the
not
way
our-
it's the.
not our. It's not their fault. It's not our fault. It's the English language's fault for not coming up with a word for what it does. That's what it is.
Sure. Daggone tangent.
I wouldn't figure on winning either if I was you, or because with your luck, you know, whatever original thing, your best bet is to go in there with somebody else's idea, do something to it, then you'll win. Because apparently you can't do original ideas. Oh, peeps. Okay, on this topic a little bit, I need pictures from y'all. Y'all got to give me some pictures. Robert, I'm getting some good pictures from you. OE, I've got pictures from you. Okay, they always sit down. That's all good, but y'all have some any in-flight shots. D, I've got some of yours. KIA, I've got some pretty good pictures of in-flight shots. I already told Mark that he needs to work on his in-flight picturing, so he knows this. So
I've needed to work on this for years.
for years.
So this is nothing new.
Anybody can do a still shot. A still shot is, right here, good shot.
I'm telling you, the best idea is using a daggone green screen, man. I'm telling you.
Well, when you can't fly, but what about when you can fly?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, I've got a pretty big library to go through.
It's
I've got
just
some pretty
for
good
the-
shots.
It's just for a pose shot like this.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, granted, those were actually flying shots, were really good, but you could get a really clear shot and just crop the screen, overlay the outside shot from on the green screen, and boom, call it a day. Just to get a still photo that you're trying to use online.
Yeah, we could put a
like a thumbnail or something like that. If you were trying to get like a good thumbnail and stage it, that would be a way to do it.
It's true.
For your video or something, you could take a shot from the video of where it's just sky, and you could pause it, crop that video, overlay the plane, and shrink the plane to where it fits into the video like it's supposed to be, and then that could be the thumbnail of the video. It doesn't actually have to be the shot in the video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Because a lot of people cheat. A lot of people cheat on their thumbnails, anyways. They pose for them.
Oh, it's true.
I mean, we know that. So the thing is like, you're posing for a thumbnail because you want clickbait. So you pose for the thumbnail, and then it has nothing to do with the video. Or maybe it's close to it. And you wait all video to see that one little shot, and it's not there.
And it's not there.
But it would actually probably help the video a little bit too, because it's more clickbaity.
Well, that's true. Especially if we could I can see whatever. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Instead of doing the typical one where how I was doing like the logo and the name as the thing, where if all your videos are the same, it's kind of bland.
Well, I mean, in a way, you're making your own.
Yeah, you're making your own thumbnail.
Brand. You're making your own brand and your own trademark with that. So, I mean, in a way, that kind of works. Because people get used to it being you.
Yeah, kind of. But when it's not, like when it's my early stuff, like that stuff was just so cheesy.
Oh, you mean the pictures like you took inside and stuff?
No, I'm talking about the NASA systems background with the black background with the eclipse and the words. Yeah, like that. Like that has nothing to do with anything.
That was pretty horrible.
Oh, shut up. I know it was, but I had to have something. I had to do something.
See, that's a pretty good shot too.
See,
right
but
there.
you could make that shot.
Well, no, but I don't need to when I got ones like that.
Yeah, but
that's a really good shot.
Yeah, and that would be super easy to make too.
It's even so damn large. That's KIA's Sabertooth, by the way.
Yeah.
That's so damn large. I mean, that's actually got 2 planes in it, but of course, saber teeth. You can't say that plural. It would be.
Yeah. Of course. And then be like,
damn.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So what in the deuce's devil is going on with that damn thing? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I'm going to go to 10. Let's see what happens here. See, it's just so beloved gay.
oh, see, I could actually take this out. Remove.
Good.
Yes, remove. Yes. Sweet. I actually took the shortcuts out of OBS and started using my app. I'm telling you, I love this little app.
You know for a fact those competitions have probably been rigged in the first place, so it isn't really that big a deal. I mean, because really. How do you import?
Yeah, but what do you? The question is, how can you know? You obviously don't know what they're gonna pick. We already know that they don't care about originality.
Which is why, again, if we all did it, oh god damn it! All right, that's not gonna work. Okay, fine. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
We know that that's the case.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the prize? I've never paid attention to it.
Well, some of them give out like monetary prizes, but then some of them just give out like some of them are just like simple badges on the site. It varies. There's a bunch of different things it can be. So.
Oh man.
Hell, you could be trying to win a scholarship. I was gonna say scholarship. No, not really, but what the hell? Well, that's hot. Let me flip that. Don't mind me. I'm trying to work this in the background so I know what we got here. But people, pictures. I'd like some pictures. If you guys can get some more pictures of some flights, it'd be great.
Well, okay, yeah. So I could see.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're trying to win that many gift cards, that much in gift cards, yeah, dude.
Let's all submit the copy.
Like I think that was probably these people just don't. We already suspect that they didn't value originality, obviously, but it's like if we have that option, any one of us get in there. I mean, would we split the winnings if all of us did the exact same thing and then got in there and one of us won?
Well, we could each pick something that has one and then submit that.
Ah, yes, good point. We could
each, we each pick something that has one. Not recently, because obviously that would be too obvious.
Yeah, right.
But you would want to pick something that has won in the past, and see.
Yeah, because they don't get. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not gonna say that. Well, like you mentioned, okay, if it was something that had won, we know that obviously having one already, that something else could possibly win again. It's just what are they valuing? What are they giving the win to? Like, what are we doing to whatever we put in there to make it win whatever contest? I mean, it's not a matter of like some of it's obviously originality, but it's like something that you can make it do something different than the last guy did. I mean, it's not a matter of just looks. They want to see results, right?
Do they?
I think so.
I didn't think that was the case.
Well, I mean, because people usually submit like, okay, OAE goes in there and he like it's a step by step with like pictures, but there's a lot of videos in there too. And the thing is, I don't think it's just a simple. I don't think it's just like a how to build, for example. If you build anything from like a dollhouse to a shoe, they want to see like the end product work. So I think they take that into account. I mean, again, that's not every one. That's not every contest. Some contests, it really is a simple build. But others want to see, like, I mean, well, does your product work? If you built a new cup, how does your cup work? Does the cup work good, or does it just leak out a hole? Stuff like that. I suppose it would be. I mean, because, just make it a tube. Like, well, I can do that. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna tape this, and I got me a new plane right here. See this it. this gonna fly. I wish I had more, but in case you guys were, hadn't noticed.
Well, if that's the case, and that's the thing, if that's the case, if it was because it was easier to make, I could definitely submit some of mine because they are super easy to make.
You're gonna go ahead. You'd say, wait.
And if I won, then we won. No, it's not rigged because they don't know me from anybody.
Well, you got a point. I mean,
And
really.
two, they're definitely not judging original. Well, I mean, they are original for me for the most part, but they are so simple. A lot of them are so simple.
Not all, I wouldn't say a lot of them.
Look at
Well,
Diablo.
they're not all that.
Look at Diablo. It's like a cut in like 4 folds.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
One,
like,
the triangle, the second triangle. You cut half fold, triangle, triangle. And then the fuselage is the only difference that's not a
okay,
normal.
look, man, we get it. You really don't like Diablo. I understand.
I know I do. It works really well, but that's the thing. It's not difficult to make. It is very easy to make.
Right.
Vortex.
You ever tried
Vortex
putting
is so simple to make.
Did you try putting STEs on there?
Man, we've tried everything on the thing. Look, we've done this. We've done this.
Yes, that's
We've
right.
done broke and smushed it, but we cut this in it.
Oh
Remember-
yeah, it's
you
got
know?
a couple. Yeah, it's got a couple.
So we've done that. I've added this stuff underneath.
Dude, it even says experimental on it.
No, it doesn't.
What was that word? Oh, it's commitment. Oh, okay.
Yeah, commitment. Which is something I don't have.
Same thing. Some kind of mint.
It's something I don't have half the time with this plane. Yeah, see here's the STE. Well,
Okay,
what
so
was
yeah,
STE, I should say. But if you fold it this way, you can see the STE.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Well,
this was back in 2016.
so
But-
what you're saying is those planes don't exactly fly anymore.
Oh, come on now, look at that. This one did not make it. I've kept it around just kind of for looks.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Just for looks.
This is almost a phase, because this is doubled.
Oh yeah, good point. It really is, isn't it? Yeah.
It almost is, but it's 2 half sheets taped together. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so that's different. No, it is. It is.
It is, yeah, because we talked about it, and then the anhedrals were very, very minor. Like they were literally like super tiny. Whereas you have bigger anhedrals on yours.
Yeah. Well, your big thing was actually
No anhedrals.
your big thing was yeah. It always never had anything. So
And I also folded it. Yeah, I just folded this one all kinds of different. Yeah, but most of mine, didn't have anhedrals at all.
guys
This-
enter in the contest, and if you do something like that, if you say that, yeah, because you're duplicating some design that I made. I mean, that just saying. Oh my God, just like victory. But I mean, like that. Okay, Diablo's your design, but you're putting tech that I put on there. So to come out there and say like, okay, it's my design, but I'm using this guy's tech, which is what kind of OA he's pointing out. Except he's talking about the entire thing. I mean.
Yeah. I mean,
you
this one
draw that
actually
line?
this one kind of made it through all of that. It was bent really bad at the fuselage, but the only minor damage is that wing.
That one might still fly.
This one might still fly. I could flatten that out
I do watch the Red Bull paper wings
because
I
it's
mean, like,
it's a little
whenever they
crooked,
come up.
but that's fairly straight.
You could just put that in a book and recover that.
Exactly. And this one actually is from 2016.
Oh my God, he's got some Diablos. Well, that's good.
Well, yeah, I knew I did, but
You're
It's just-
you're desperately trying to put that thing in the reserves.
yeah, really. I mean, it's just so basic. That's why I'm trying to get something that's a little bit more advanced.
Right.
And you know.
You're not, oh, Robert, you're not talking about putting them in Ziploc bags for like ever? I mean, I do that. The planes in the palace are actually in Ziploc bags.
Are you kidding me? That's what they traveled in half of its life.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what happens. This is what happens. Ours are not like yours.
What he's talking about,
but you know what's funny? This has got the beginning stages of taper, because that's probably why this one held up so well.
Right,
because
I was going to say that too. It's taped a whole bunch in the front end.
Yeah, this one's taped up the wing pocket.
Yeah.
It's not taped along the top or the actual wing pockets in the back or any of this, but it's taped. The nose is taped fairly heavy, and the wing pocket is taped all the way up to here.
Hell, you should finish it up and make it your first version of taper.
Yeah.
I mean, it already works. I mean, if you taper it up, you'd have to fix your folds with the book, but taper it up, man. I think it would probably be all right. Hell, it'd probably fly really good because it's solid.
Yeah, and that's what I noticed about this one. This one also is made out of, it's like worksheet paper, like printer paper, but it's a little bit thicker than that.
Robert was telling me about he mentioned it on Facebook. He was telling me he got that bigger like 32-gram paper. He got a little, almost like cardstock. So yeah,
this isn't that.
I knew when you grabbed it, it was thicker than that.
Yeah, this isn't that thick, but it's definitely thicker than
regular Xerox stuff.
Yeah, than this, than that.
Hey, OAE, I don't think we should do that. I don't think we should go in if we were to go with this project. If we were to say, submit something to Instructables, I don't think we should go in saying like, well, I mean, I'm not going to say I outright suck, but I'm just saying like I'm mocking somebody else's design. I'm
like
going to go ahead and say like, I got this idea. Yeah, we make it the bus.
I mean, but that's why I'm thinking like something like this. Because this is...
Yeah, no, right. Hell yeah. Diablo would be a great... Yeah.
If we think that they want simple, here we go. I mean, there's no anhedrals or anything on that. This is... I mean... This is about as simple as you can get.
That's my boy talking about his plane over there. Well, Draco. We could go give him Draco.
Yeah, but I don't have that. No.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's that hard to build.
No, just crumble up some paper.
Robert, I don't know. How would you You talk about using it in storage, dude. I think Dalton had one. I think Kay had one of these. Like he showed me, and Mark obviously did. He had a 3-hole punch. And he put them in there for transport in like a binder in like, okay, they're not true Ziploc. Wait, no, were they Ziplocs in yours? Or was it just those plastic
There was both.
Sheets?
So it was both. I had them in the Ziploc, in the binder, in the sheet protector.
Well, see, that's the difference. See, you could probably store them if they were in a binder because that would keep them a little bit better, even though Mark hasn't had much luck in that department either. But how do you keep them intact if you put them in a storage bag and just leave them out for somewhere? I'm telling you, man.
Because his don't get damaged. His don't get damaged, so I mean, there's no big deal.
Well, I mean, you guys
mine get damaged by.
You made it work. Yours weren't as damaged when they came from that.
No. Mine were jacked up. Some of these.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Some of those Diablos were in that binder. Not the yellow one. The yellow one was not in there, which is why I think that it made it.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, hey, whatever works for you. Like you said, if it made it, it made it for a multitude of reasons, I think. Like you said, a little bit of tape, a little bit of thicker bond, and the fact of where it was at. So.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going out of town this weekend. So I'm able to get more of this stuff. Hopefully
What is this stuff? What's this? Oh, the maps. You had it on the other side. I had no idea what it was.
Yeah, this is
When I
this
saw it, I
is
was like,
the
okay, I know exactly what it is.
this was from August. It's not the last time I was there, but it's the last time. That's when we went to this resort. So
that resort. Yeah, Mr. Resort over here.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, of course. We're actually
I want to see that right up. I want to see that because your vision, as you put it. Yeah, I do want to see that because again, if we do this together, it would be kind of cool.
See,
For each of us to have the same kind of, I don't know, trajectory as you were going in there. You gotta get us, Mark. You need to get us all maps like that, unless you think we got paper that looks just like that.
it's the thing is it's
a flyer, right? It's a brochure.
it is so it's.
Do any of you guys?
It's 11.
Do any of you guys have A4 paper, by the way?
It's 8.5 by 11, so it's standard size.
Oh, it's standard size, but it's that Dodge paper kind of feel, yeah.
It's a little bit lighter than Dodge paper.
Oh, that's good. That may be a little bit easier to fold.
I think it is. It's not as thick as Coffee News.
Well, Coffee News is a little bit thinner than Dodge paper. I mean, you get to fold in your third fold in Dodge paper, and it doesn't want to fold no more.
Yeah, it's not that thick. It's just got that laminate feel to it.
Right.
It's got that gloss texture to it.
Well, yeah, I know. I can make A4 paper too, but like.
What size is A4 paper?
A4 paper is, oh my God, the computer's right in front of you, and you're asking one of you guys knows though, right? What's the actual? It's like slightly thinner than American. It's not 8.5 by 11, right? It's like 8 by 11, 8 by 12, something. It's thinner, but it's still as long or something like that. Oh yeah, and if you do it, you're going to get millimeters. You're not going to get. I know, you got to convert that. But you can make it, but you can't make it out of this because it's not as simple as just cutting it thinner. It's like adding just a hair, I believe.
8.3 by 11.7?
Yeah, it's like bigger and.
Well, it's a little bit shorter by a little bit longer.
Right.
Little bit longer by a little less wide.
See, and these are cut down this way, but widened this way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't do it out of our natural sheets unless you have something slightly bigger.
Yeah, you'd have to do it out of
you could do it out of Chinese menu, but again, why would you destroy the Chinese menu that you have? So yeah, we could make our own, but like, dude, okay, I'm not really one to go out and get new paper just to use it as planes. I love to recycle. But, dude, for real, it's like, why the hell?
Okay, so let's go. An antibody test.
Where can I get an antibody? Oh, man, that's some stuff.
Block.
Supposedly you could just get it at office supply store, and I haven't actually looked. But it's so weird because when you do look it up like that, it comes in like weird places. Like what the hell would like Best Buy? It says that is, but that's not. That's actual. That's actual just 8.5 by 11. That's not A4 that they're talking about. Because I did go to the store to check that out. It's not A4 paper.
This?
Yeah. I mean, maybe your local Best Buy has A4, but mine doesn't.
Yeah. See, this is 8.5 by 11.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like they tell you that, but then it's like, nope, you're going to get the regular stuff.
8.27 by 11.69.
That's about right.
So this...
But see, you're ordering that. That's not like, no, you just can't go and...
Yeah, I'm fine with ordering it.
And I'm just thinking about that because, like the sheets that you were just talking about, it's like, that's like a whole new, different...
So this one does say it's at Staples.
Yeah, a lot of these do use, if they're international, if we're watching some of our brothers from international flying, they use A4 because we're like the only people that don't have A4 paper. Standard. You know? So... It's dumb and it sucks.
A4
but it
plus.
sucks.
It's A4 plus. Nothing.
So I was just, that's what I mean. So I was just thinking about, we should probably get some somehow. I don't know.
It says that it has it there at Staples. This is it.
I don't, I would
For
think that actually,
$7.50.
Office Depot or Staples has it.
Or $75 if you buy the whole box. That seems like a lot, though.
It is, yeah. I wouldn't, well, that's the whole box. I wouldn't get the whole box. I wouldn't mind just getting a ream.
Yeah, but I mean, the ream doesn't seem expensive. I don't know how much one ream of paper normally costs.
$100,000.
No,
I knew you were going to do that. Damn.
I just don't think that. Yeah, see, that's why $7.50 doesn't seem out of the crazy, because I think regular paper is like anywhere between $4 and $7 anyway.
No, well, yeah, exactly. I mean,
ream.
like, it's not anything different. I mean, you just can get, it's still going to be the regular price because it's still regular paper. And some places in the U.S. really do use it, so it's comparable pricing. It's just a different size.
Yeah.
I was hoping like somebody's office had some or something like that. You could just go grab some.
I do have this crazy size. I mean, I don't want to say crazy size, but it's like the 11 by 17?
Yeah, which is basically legal sheets.
No, it's bigger than that.
Oh, it's bigger than... Dude, that's coffee news, man. That's
No.
like this... Yeah, dude, that's a Chinese menu. This is 11 by 17,
no,
right?
so that's not what it is then. It's bigger than that.
Okay, it's bigger than
It
that.
might even be 8.5 by 17.
That's ridiculous. Holy crap.
It
You should
would-
build something out of that.
Well, that's what I'm
big
saying.
legal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a weird size. Maybe it is 11 by 17 and it just looks big. But it doesn't seem like it's a normal size. I have it at work and I'm trying not to just like yank it, you know what I'm saying?
It'd be nice to actually get them to use it for something before you just swipe it.
Well, yeah. But I don't want to like, hey, why are you taking a whole ream of this size paper out of the office? I'm like, don't ask questions.
You don't want answers to.
Don't ask questions and don't arrest me for it.
I always wondered that
Fraud,
because,
waste, and abuse.
on our show like 3 or 4 months back when I actually introduced everybody to Phase 1, I made Phase 1s back in Europe. So there's a very good possibility that Phase 1s actually came from an A4 sheet and not our size sheet. Because when I was in Germany, guess what they had? I mean, even in American stores in Germany, it was still, it went with the paper that was there. So it's like, okay, I had A4 sheets. So any of my planes that I built over there were probably made out of A4 and not our standard 8.5 by 11.
Isn't that where your Nova first came from?
No, Nova's newer than that. Javelin's newer than that. No plane that I use currently is made out of those anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, but
The Phase 1 was born of it, and Phase 2s might actually have been built with them because of leftovers. Actually, the possibility of Javelin being made out of A4 is highly probable, now that I think about it, because of its age. Original Javelins could possibly have been built out of A4.
right.
Novas
But,
I'd moved on by then. I know, but that's the thing. A4 is not an odd size. A4 is a freaking world standard. I mean, almost any time, if you watch anybody build a plane online from anywhere but America, they're most likely using A4.
yeah.
We're the odd size. This 8.5 by 11 crap is like, well, the hell am I going to get that? While we're sitting here going, well, the hell am I going to get an A4? It's easier to turn an A4 into 8.5 by 11 than it is the other way around. Because you're just a little bit shy of 8.5, but you can make up for it by the fact that you've got your 11. So, I mean, what difference does that, like, what is it, an eighth of an inch make, truly, in the long run?
Yeah, and the width, probably not much.
Well, I'd rather have the width. I think that width would probably make a little bit of a difference, especially if you're folding, like, if you're doing a double fold, like you would do a phase or something like that. If you're doing a double fold, that makes a substantial difference on the length, because you could change a plane with like a longer core to width ratio, and all of a sudden it's going to be like this and like this instead with the exact same fold.
Yeah.
You have to build one with both sides, the exact same plane with both sides to compare the difference you'll come out with, and it'll be subtle, but the plane will probably feel the difference.
What do you mean the only one you consider? Is it the only one you use? Because how's that possible, Mr. Callie?
Hey, send me, dude. Yeah, if you do, send us some sheets. This goes back to what we were talking about, like where it'd be kind of cool and yet expensive and stupid to like somebody is the logistics center, where like Robert's talking about replaceable parts, and OAE, we brought this up a while back too, but like if your plane is damaged, right, or like it goes in for routine maintenance where they break it down and rebuild it, so like the wings are damaged, so Mark takes a Diablo, he cuts the wings off, he mails it to the logistics center, which is OAE's, and he puts rings back on it that are better and sends it back. You know what I mean? It sounds like it's really cool, yet it would be totally stupid to do it. But I mean, this is not much different than the Air Force really does when they like, break down and overhaul aircraft.
I am not.
Yeah, we would never do. I'm saying we would never do that.
That would cost me like so much money. Because you got to do the return label.
About the price of that cooler, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, and again, like I said, I would never. It's not. It's a unique idea. It's semi-cool because not only that, but I mean, imagine what the other person could do to the plane. You could either send him a template so he knows like, okay, this is the template for a Diablo. Every time I get sent a Diablo, I need to make this wing. So in a way, the structural engineering is kind of cool, but you also can say like, give me a replacement set of wings and see what it does with something else. And he puts something with canards on there. I mean,
But that's the thing. Like, I still got to pay for shipping.
I know.
I'm not paying for shipping. Like that's a lot.
The beauty of it is with 3D printers, maybe we could just get it.
I do want to get I do want to get a 3D printer. I do. Like, I've been thinking about that.
Gee, imagine that. Imagine that.
What, Mr. IT want to get a 3D printer?
No. I was thinking about like getting. Oh no! Mark, I wasn't referring to that. It's like the A4 sizes. No, I don't think a 3D printer would do us as much good as far as that goes because we wouldn't be able to duplicate all the stuff that we were talking about when I brought up that one plane last week. When I was saying like cut the plane. Remember I was just saying cut the plane out and make the shape right. That's it. No folds. That's what a 3D printer would end up doing. It would just make your shape. It wouldn't make the folds. So you'd still have something wrong.
No. Yes, but that's not what I'm trying to do. That's not what I was thinking of doing. What I was thinking of doing
is crinkling up that bottom.
Yeah. No, what I was thinking of doing is, for instance, you could do like the wing itself, or you could do like a strake, like, oh, I want it to be this long by this tall, and I want it to be this shape. You know what I'm saying? So I want it to look like a strake to go like this, and then go straight, and then come up like that, or something like that. Like a straight line and then a 45-degree angle. And I want it to be so wide by, actual, like, if you're looking at it this way, then yeah, I want it to be however wide, and then I want it to be 2 inches this way. So when you're looking at it this way, it's 2 inches this way. when you're looking at the side of the plane. You know what I'm saying? So you could do something like that, and then you could figure out a way to either cut a wing pocket or get it to fit in there, and figure out what material would work best with the 3D printer. That way it doesn't weigh the plane down. Because that's the thing. That stuff is plastic.
Right.
A lot of that is plastic, so you're weighing the plane down by doing that. But if you're just, making something really small...
Oops.
You were stupid.
I didn't get it in there at the beginning. Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
So,
if you're making like an anhedral size, something, 0.01 width of, whatever this paper thickness is, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Versus, an inch and a half long by maybe a half-inch tall, then...
cold-hearted shit right there. That's cold. That's cold. I can't wait to do that shit. Well, I mean, are you gonna take, like, or would you take the time? You would take the time to input those that small of a input to, like you said, like 0.2 inches or something like that, to get the strake just right, or the wing fold just right.
But that's the thing. You could make two of them. They're identical. And the only thing you got to do is make sure you put them on the plane in the exact same spot.
Oh yeah, that's the only thing you got to do. Yes,
but like anhedrals would be fairly easy to do that with.
Yeah, the anhedrals would. That's true.
You just put them at the back of the plane. Start at the back of the plane, and then, like, just glue it on, or put some like double-sided tape, or whatever you need to do to get that thing on there.
That's what she said.
Shut up.
I don't know if anybody else had a chance to watch that, but I did check that out. I thought that was kind of cool. JY120 was a little bit peeved. He hit it well, though. He did a pretty good job.
Peeved at what?
You didn't watch the video? Robert was going because JY120 was building a plane that looks remarkably like the X-47. I don't think he wanted to be reminded that it looked like the X-47, but basically it was the X-47. And near the end of the video, like, Robert was like talking about like how, like, well, I wouldn't have gone through. I don't remember the words. But you didn't like. I wouldn't do it exactly this way. I could do it like this. And why did you put this on there? And he was being diplomatic about it, but you could tell he was like, damn it, I wouldn't go do it that way. Fuck that shit. So, no, this is not for kids.
Gotcha.
It was amusing just because it was subtle. He was trying not to go off. Oh God, I'm cutting a Chinese menu. Look out.
What's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What, cutting a Chinese menu?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Everybody's got time for that. Have y'all ever built, like, okay, that one plane that I built, that I was talking about before, where no folds, just cuts, right? If you're going to take a plane, if you were going to make the plane and make it look real, like any plane that you can think of, really, basically, an F-16, a 747, whatever, obviously you can do that with folds, but have you done it with cuts? Have you done it so that it makes it look semi-realistic based off the cuts?
I haven't really... I mean, I kind of did that with the Diablo.
You did kind of do that with Diablo. I remember you actually trying to... you tried to, like, round the fuselage, too, right?
I tried to do something. There was one of them. Yeah, there was one of them I did that.
Dude, I never thought about that. You never did give it... You actually never did give it a W fuselage, though, or twin keel, though, did you?
No.
And that thing's got a hell of a lot to work with. I wonder if it would work with that one time. You could almost possibly make it kind of like Valkyrie. Wouldn't that be some stink? I wonder if it would work with like Valkyrie style wings. I know, ain't nobody got time for it. I get it. But still. It could be cool.
Man.
What?
My wrist is hurting pretty bad.
What'd you do to your wrist?
Work, man. But it's the wrist I had surgery on, so it's only been since September. You know, so it hasn't even been a full year, and I haven't really put a lot of stress on my wrist.
If you guys remember the nasty stuff that it was before, yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
So I mean, but it's real stiff right in here, and underneath here, almost like carpal tunnel. But I can tell it's because I was been carrying a lot of boxes, and it hurts like deep, like basically, yes, it hurts this cut like right here, but under my palm.
Oh,
It's basically where it's at. Like if I was it, you know, to put a pin straight through the top of my wrist, go all the way through, it would come out where it hurts on the bottom. So I'm assuming that they're kind of connected.
it's probably a pretty safe assumption for as far as that goes. Yes.
I mean, it could be something completely
I'd
different.
imagine
It could be something completely different, but I'm assuming that it's somehow connected because it's.
I like it. I like
It's
it
in the
how
wrist
we've kind
area.
of pretty much forgotten about that since, like, essentially your third week in. Like we used to watch it. Then all of a sudden we're like, oh, it must be over with because we're not talking about it no more.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we never kind of followed you week to week with that. I mean, we should have, but we didn't.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was. Yeah, because it's like. It hurts like right here. And when I push on it, I can feel it on the other side of my wrist.
So what are you pushing a bone all the way through?
I'm not pushing a bone. I'm pushing. That's like the carpal tunnel tendon thing. Whatever that is. The little tendon right here.
Tunnel?
You know that little tendon right here in the bottom of your thumb that connects to your wrist?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that feels good. / not good. So I'm pushing on that, and it's hurting all the way over here.
All right, folks.
It's hurting all the way over here when I'm pushing here. I can feel it all the way up through the wrist and back on the other side. That's no bueno.
That's apparently no bueno, people. That is no freaking bueno.
It is no bueno. And I don't think that would be, you know, carpal tunnel type thing, but it could be.
Well, it could be carpe diem.
You shut up.
All right. I'm sorry. That was stupid.
Yeah, you were stupid. I'm gonna record myself saying that and just make that into another soundbite.
Why?
No.
You could just do "you were stupid" from the damn things that you got. This is stupid.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Well, I suppose your wrist would. I suppose your wrist would be kind of bad after that too.
Yeah, if they had to go in the other side, yeah. I mean, it would. It's a little bit of a healing process, but it's not terrible.
God, this blows donkey balls. Why can't I get this right? Hey, tell me! Why can't I get this right? What's going on? What the hell? Okay. You were stupid. You're gonna record yourself say it? Why would you do that? Hey man, the pen should write. I remember building, like when I was a kid, about the time I built the first Ospreys, I built an A4 out of a design in a book one time. And obviously, because it was basically the plane, I then promptly destroyed it. Uh, if really basically for no other reason than to see what it looked like it when it was dying. But it was pretty good looking because I cut the templates out. So, like, the wings were good, the plane, like it had the right shape. It was made out of paper. And ironically, the thing really kind of flew pretty good. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it flew pretty good. That's like basically besides putting engines or Pisces on any aircraft, it's like the only time I've ever done that. Why?
Yeah.
So, but like, I mean, that's what I was wondering is like, have any one of you guys ever actually done anything like that before? Like, I mean, are paper airplanes the traditional style, or in Robert's case, the tapered style? Are they like the, you ever ventured into building a realistic looking one, or no? No matter how I do this, it's coming out wrong. Why is it coming out so wrong? What am I doing wrong?
I don't know what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to make a wing. But it's like, if I do it the wrong... Because I had an idea, like, okay, I'm trying to make it... I'm literally trying to make it wing-like, okay? Seriously. But it's like, it's not coming out... That's really basic. But it looks like... I mean, when I drew the line on it, it looks like the wing should be going that way. I'm trying to get it to go this way. So the wing sweep should be here. That's the way the wing is on the other one. Oh, man. Anyway, when you're building those little paper models, as it were, if you get lucky enough to make one that actually flies, because naturally most times the models don't fly so good. I mean, so good. They can fly, but it's not like they're gonna fly like and be competitive, distance, height, whatever. So, see, like basically, I was trying to get. Okay, now they look like wings. Maybe I just needed to have two of them. That's
Yeah.
just stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. You it's stupid.
It's not that stupid, but it's stupid.
I need to see if he got
What?
another stupid video.
So it's like, if you guys have built anything realistic in that way, I mean, I'm trying to experiment and see exactly what can be done. This isn't exactly where I was going with these. But, yeah, I mean, because they don't fly. That just better to look at or something like that, but that's about it. You don't really want to do.
How you doing? Can I get a quick?
He's so stupid.
It's just waffling. Yeah, I mean, it gets complicated too. It's based off your own design. Because anybody can make. That's the thing. Is like, okay, you can fold your own. Anybody can fold their own plane.
It's stupid, you.
Most of the things you would do actually just design from the ground up. Go ahead, ask Ben. You know what I mean? Because Y13, he does that. He takes his design code.
Stupid, you.
But I was only because realistic. It's like you can do anything as long as your design is your design, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
does it really need to fly? Well, yeah, it freaking helps, but it doesn't actually. I mean, you're just the folding is harder to do than the cutting, right? Typically. Okay, I think part of my problem is I should probably actually increase the wing. That was too much. No, it'll work. A little bit horrible, but I think it'll probably work okay. Whoops. That is a stupid right there. Jesus. I shouldn't have cut that much into it. I could always make it extended. Realistic, yeah, because realistic just doesn't... Like, you get so many more options, but it's still not... Oh, man, I hate that crap. My fault, because I started this out with the wrong kind of sheet. Tell me that'll look dumb. Well, you can tell me. It's okay. I'll accept it. I know it looks dumb. I'm not going through this and doing like a Y13 style where I'm making this, you know, using trigonometry to get angles correct and stuff. I'm just trying to make sure the damn thing is symmetrical.
Hey, Hev, I'm about to do a quarantine TikTok. You want to do it? Heaven, you want to do a quarantine?
So.
Hey, dude, I'm about to do a quarantine TikTok. You want to do it? No. No.
Oh,
dude,
we tech talking? We tech talk. We got a tech talk?
Roxy, I'm about to do a quarantine TikTok. You want to do it? All right. Roscoe, I'm about to do a quarantine TikTok. You want to do it?
He's been doing
Quarantine
some live stream
TikTok.
videos.
No?
Weekly. I would like to say the same day, but he alters
Anybody
days.
trying to do a quarantine
So
TikTok?
they're really informative, and he
do
gets
a
really, really
quarantine
in depth, showing how he builds the planes. Like they're more realistic than ours. You know, like we fold the fuselage, we fold the well, we fold everything, but he's got his, like, he's got bodies, they're lifting bodies, and then he uses a little bit more advanced mathematics to try to get them right. I highly recommend taking a look at them. I mean, they're really in depth, and you'll be like, ain't nobody got time for that. But
ain't nobody got time for that.
I was getting ready to push the button, and you. Oh, you messed it up.
Well, we had the right time.
You said it, and I was getting ready to push it. Whatever.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, you were a little bit. You should have been a little bit faster on the draw. Damn.
It's not like I can.
Well, that's what I mean. Is like I need to be able to go like, and you need to know what that means. Or maybe I'll tap this. That's what I could do. I could tap the screen like you see me tap right here. It's time for damn. If I tap right here, it's time for no time. You know what I mean?
It's time for no time.
It's time for no time. You like that? Yeah. It's time for no time. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, he gets really in depth. He takes about the length of our videos too. He goes into about 2 hours and stuff. And like I said, he like the first couple of episodes, issues, whatever you want to call it, he was really like, man, he was into it. 2.5 hours of drawing the plane out. Which, again, I got no problems with. That looked pretty cool. But, oh, man, the tape folded.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Thank you. That was perfect.
I mean, I was a little delayed because I'm in the middle of trying to fold this.
They were for you anyway. So... Okay. So he got into it, and like the thing about it is when you build planes like that, if you get into the design, if you get into the shape, you're really gonna want to tape stuff, like Robert, like he does, because, I mean, you almost have to, you know, you can't just keep folding and keep folding and keep folding. Stuff's got to hold somewhere. So, but anyway, I was referring to like the realistic planes because, again, I mean, like you can do that all day long, but ultimately, of course, you're going to end up using so much of something else. If you use too much glue or tape or whatever, then you're going to have to start altering it again, where your plane is going to end up being, I don't know, just not right. I mean, literally, it's just not going to be right. What we're going to do to it, where like you're going to have to start worrying about, and Y13 could attest to this. If you watch the videos, you can tell like he's going to take the time to make sure that if you add tape to it, the wing area will counteract any weight that you put on, so that your drag will always be counterbalanced by your lift or the thrust that you provide initially. And a lot of the times, I've noticed that on his flight videos. He's got a pretty good flight videos, but like his were, you could tell what his plane was going to do, that it was performing only because it had the thrust. So it's like, okay, if he built that plane with a propeller or an actual engine of any kind, it would do great. But once it started gliding, it pretty much sucked. So it was only going to do good because he threw it. Why ain't you been in the mood, man? You can always build a plane. Not that hard. It's a great getaway because once you're into it, you're like, you don't really realize anything going around you.
Yeah, like kids.
Like, yeah, exactly. You know. You can tell Mark's into getting one because you can hear all the squeaking going on.
Yeah, I know. That's the paper, man.
That's the paper. That's that stuff that, yeah, it does that.
Because, I mean...
Damn.
Like, it grips, man. It's slickness. It's
slickness and in health?
In slickness and in health.
That was stupid.
That was stupid. I'm still trying to figure out why the hell these kids are still awake. And
are they still awake?
Man, I tell you what.
It's a damn shame when the kids are awake longer than you want to be.
Yeah, I'm freaking tired, man. Alright, so let's change this up a little bit. This is probably not gonna fly one bit.
Well, not with that attitude, but you can make it work.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh my goodness, this is rough.
This is rough. He's like, this is rough. Oh,
this
rough.
Is rough,
just three
rough,
of them likes.
rough.
I bet you never expected this, because normally I'm not gonna be. Normally, it's been so long since I've done something like this. This is not how I normally do things.
Okay, so if I have that,
Then you have that.
then I can fold this into a wing.
The thing is this is where we were talking about other projects.
And then I can fold.
What do you mean it's sleep? You're asleep. What? Oh, the kids. I thought he was talking about his planes. Mine's sleep. Yeah, my planes sleep. When they're not in use,
Mine always sleep.
they're snoozing right now. You could hear them in the background if you listen. Now that was asleep.
That was stupid.
My bad.
What's as stupid is the fact that now it's feeling like Dodge paper.
You always got to get about 5 folds in before you realize, like, oh crap, this thing isn't going to unfold no more.
Okay, so now I got this. And now I got that. So we're good there. Let's fold. I'm liking the way this turned out, though. Let's see if I can do it this way. Let's see if that's too much. It might be too much, but we'll see.
All he says, like, each time we build one, he was like, this one looks kind of like such and such. Ah, damn it! So it looks like a certain plane, but then when you get it done, oh, you know, it looks like something else or whatever. Well, this time I think what we're dealing with is a plane that doesn't look like anything else.
Yeah, mine doesn't either. Yours looks like a tube.
Mine looks like a tube. It's going to look like a missile. If I get this down right.
Mine is looking like this.
Damn it, I just done fucked that up.
Mine is looking like this.
Holy hell, dude. I remember, dude, it was like, that was what, like, Terry built one time.
Is it? It's got my slant, though. Kind of.
No, I mean, yours, it just looks like it. Dalton's got one that looks like that, too. I just don't understand. I don't understand the stand. He's going to stand when he goes around. Okay. Okay.
All right, so let's
All right.
cut this.
Yes, finally. All right. Yeah. This is the best bet to do with something like this. If you're actually going to build these stupid things like this, is your best bet is to get it constructed and then like fold it even though it's rounded so you can get your folds correct, or I'm sorry, your taping on correct. I don't recommend doing these because like this plane is probably going to look stupid. Plane is going to look stupid, I think, but it might turn out okay. I don't know. I don't recommend trying this at home, kids. Basically, I'm just doing.
Okay, so that's
we were
there.
talking about realistic planes that got me started. So
that's.
I mean,
done.
if nothing else, you know what's really cool about
Take
these?
that down.
I'll tell you what's really cool about these. What's really cool about these is if they don't fly, they're really fun to burn because it's fun to watch. Well, it's fun to watch stuff burn, but it's really fun to watch these burn because they burn.
Oh,
like
yeah. Planes are fun to watch burn.
Well, he just toasted it on the ground. It's fun to watch them when they fly because then they look like, you know, like an aerodynamic team. K would test that because he's like launched his man, the Black Hawks.
No. It's fun to just throw them in a fire pit because you know that they suck that bad that I just don't want to see that thing ever again. And that's a good place for it to be. It's in a fire pit. And that's exactly what happened.
You were stupid.
There's that.
There it is.
It's taped up, ready to
Holy crap!
be thrown in the garbage.
What? You don't think it's good?
I have a feeling that this is probably not going to. Yep, I was afraid of that. It doesn't.
44-inch wingspan and all. Jesus Christ. Is that the one you wanted us to do the show on? Something gigantic. That's a Zeta. Not Goliath. Man, dude, 44 inches of wing. God damn.
Why is it so heavy?
Right? Because you just made it out of that stinking paper, dude.
Yeah, but the front of it is so heavy.
Well, cut something out of it.
Apparently I got to.
Yeah.
No, the back is too heavy.
What? The back is too heavy.
Yeah, the back is too heavy. Where's
Wait,
the
you just
center
said
of
the front was
gravity?
too heavy. Is the front or the back too heavy?
I can't tell. I'm assuming, yeah, that the back there's too much weight in the rear. So, if that's the case, we're about to do something.
Totally strange.
Let's first
when
start with this.
When I finish the move and get into a new spot,
Let's first start with that. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
definitely going to try to make a plane the size of 48 inches long wingspan. But like Robert was saying too, is like you really got to. You're worried about it because it might actually be, you know, when it lands, it crashes and it destroys the wing. If it's all, I mean, if there's almost no other way to do it than taper it, because you're going to destroy some of its flight surface. At this point, Robert, I'm thinking about going with tapering it because there's just so much. There's going to be so much tape in this damn thing anyway. So much tape. Which is, if I remember correctly, how my first venture into this was. Oh man, I gotta cut that now too. All y'all, I'd highly recommend buying a sharp pair of scissors. And also hiding it from, you know, the rest of your family, so you can actually get like these. It's the first time I've had these in
Oh
like
my goodness, we're getting
4
there.
months.
We're getting
I bought
there.
a set of 4 scissors, and I've only had 2 of them in here for the longest time. You usually see me with these because I never have these. They're always being borrowed by some other factory in the house. I've got another one that look just like it, but they're gone too.
Oh,
So I don't even know.
we getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I'm trimming, and we
You
getting.
need tweezers so you can tell where your center of gravity is.
I don't even care at this point.
Oh.
I'm gonna cut this plane.
Finding out?
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut this plane all up to get the weight right, and it is gonna look bad.
The 32 weight paper, is that 32 weight actually working out? You're actually using that? Is it working out? Is it look okay? I mean, is it foldable for your style? Because I know you're building like your style is or molded body and stuff. So I can imagine trying to do it with our stuff, but man, that's some proper stuff. Yeah, dude, 4
Yeah,
feet.
you know what you got to get? You got to get yourself a set of Skillcraft. Skillcraft. Oh crap! Why did you tell me my camera was all jacked up?
I didn't know. I thought you were just doing that on purpose.
No, I didn't know that the camera had fallen.
Oh. I literally thought there was some reason you did that. It was like, okay, you don't
No,
want us to see
I didn't
this,
know the
it's fine.
camera had fallen. I've got a solution for that too.
I do too. We go cameraless.
You can't.
That's stupid. What the hell are you doing?
Oh, come on! Why is it no? It's immediately like nosediving.
Well, you took. Wait.
It's immediately going from here to this. It's immediately flipping over. All right, let me try this. Let me try taking out.
Clopex.
Let me try taking
that's
out
pretty-
this.
Pretty good.
Let me try taking out this.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah, don't try this at home. Let me try taking that out.
I can't believe this is actually kind of working.
What are you talking about?
Okay, let's go back to what I was talking about before. All right, so this was kind of like what me and KA were talking about. We mentioned this too on the show, but we were saying something like your next cargo plane should be like, well, okay, ultimately, and OAE we're in on this too, but like we were thinking cargo planes should be modular. But basically your cargo plane should probably be, obviously have like a body because you had a cylindrical body, you could store stuff in it, right? So I ain't down with them landing gear aircraft, man, dude. Seriously, I don't like that crap. Every time I build one with landing gear, I'm so disappointed
fails.
with where they go.
Yeah, it fails.
And it's like, I mean, unless you're going to go all out and then not even make a paper airplane anymore because you're going to get the actuator so you can, like, store the landing gear when in flight. Because no true piece of paper is going to do that. Sure, the wind could fold it down, but then how are you going to get it to redeploy? I just got mad at the ones I built when I was a kid. I was like, okay, they look cool when they sit on the ground. That's about it. In flight, they look stupid.
Man, come on.
Of course, I went all out too, and some of mine actually had wheels. It's not as hard to do as you think. I mean, I had one.
I'm about to jack this plane all up.
142, phase one, number 142. I famously remember. I cut a paper clip up, and I showed you guys this on one of the early shows.
Up.
I took some cardstock, cut it into a circle 3 times, and then took a paper clip and cut pieces off of it, and I just folded this tape, which pisses me off, and then I like put it through the holes, and it had it, and of course with the paper clip stuff, it was foldable, so the gear did go away, but it's like only after the flight was over, so it's like it's not like taking off and a gear go up and then, you know, when it's landing they drop back down. So what's the freaking point?
Yeah, man, I've totally like, I mean, I could probably build this again, but man, I've cut so much off of this plane.
It's fixed gear, yeah, and I mean, like, okay, that's cool and all, but I like more advanced looking planes. That's all well and good for a Cessna 172, but you know, I'm thinking of fighters here, and no, it's not me, man. And this will never work. This is too much weight. Oh, maybe it will work. That's too much weight for... Okay. That's the first plane I've ever built that went into a flat spin right away. Crash and burn, Mav. Crash and burn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mine's almost doing the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
So yours is definitely a too much weight problem, because I know mine's a too much weight problem. Of course, mine's also probably a lack of wing.
Well, yeah, and I've trimmed. Oh man, I mean, we can go back to this video and look at this, but I trimmed off even more weight and trying to.
You were
fix this.
stupid.
It's still just going straight upside down and going into a dive.
Flat spin.
Yeah, it's literally just going. What? Don't no, you didn't.
Then what?
Okay, it didn't do it that time. Maybe the fan's jacking with it.
The fan is probably messing with it. The fan's messing with mine.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. No, and that's cool. Integrated landing gear is one thing. I mean, because then it's serving a purpose. It's like having, it's like the Harrier having the gun pods. The gun pods were like the additional strakes to actually trap lift for the Harrier, right? I mean, the same thing. Integral landing gear. Okay, that makes sense. Especially when you do it right, when it looks like it's part of the design. But, I mean, man.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board on this one. Oh.
Yeah, no, it may not be bad.
I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board, but look. Oh.
Look what you did to the camera. Yeah, thank God, because I didn't see. Man, you made it like it's a totally different plane now. It's almost a freaking Ekron.
It's, you know, it's crazy looking. You know,
how did you go from having like a Delta Demon kind of horns to Ekron style?
With a snub nose.
With a snub nose.
I mean, I'm trying to trim weight, and I'm trying to figure out where the weight problem is. It's all in the front.
It's all in the hips. It's all
so
in
if
the
it's
hips.
still in the front, what if I did? See, I've never done this. I've never been willing to do this on a plane.
Well, this is why. Yeah, I mean, this is why we kind of.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe I just did that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
He's having all these kind of like horror flashbacks to. See, but this is why you need to expand your horizons.
Well, yeah.
Post up where you get.
I mean, dude, look! I've cut all of this off.
Well, good. At least you're not getting scared. I'm proud of you. You're actually not being scared of your freaking scissors for a change.
I mean, I have to put tape back on it to stabilize, like to hold it together, because literally all the seams are gone.
That might be enough.
But the tape can't weigh as much as what I've been cutting off. That's
Where you gonna? Oh, wait, where you gonna post them up? Instructables, you mean, or like they going into our database? Oh yeah. Speaking of the database.
Oh shush. It's not that I haven't. I'm not wanting to work on it. More like a butterfly. Oh man, that thing just. I think I got a helicopter.
What if you wait a minute? Okay, since you're being all daring and stuff,
Oh my goodness. I'm not going
Is
to
it
get
just-
that one right now.
what is it doing? Is it just kind of like?
No, it is. I don't know how to. You can't see it well enough, but yeah, you throw it and it's just whatever it decides to do in the wind, it's doing. You know, like one of those little helicopter seeds.
Yeah.
That's what it's doing. It's literally just spinning. Threw it and it just started flat spinning and flipping and like a, oh, but a slow one. It like flew
Okay,
slow.
cool. Okay, well,
Dude,
cut
what
some
are you-
weight out of the.
What are you
Cut
doing
some
over
holes
there?
into it.
I mean, I've cut enough off of that thing. Like, there's nothing left to cut.
No, I mean put some holes in the fuselage.
There's no fuselage left.
Oh, you trimmed out the bottom.
Yeah, like it's
Oh,
so
alright.
bad. I basically turned the thing into a helicopter.
Well, that's about time. You needed to wake some helicopters. You haven't had helicopters in a long
Yeah,
time.
well, I've got one. It don't work, but I got one.
A paper rocket would be kind of cool. I've been working on.
Well,
I've been
I
working
was
on-
I was building something and that was a dud.
Well, how did you have it somewhat good before and then decide to screw it on up? Well, look at that.
No, it was bad.
I got me some.
No, it was bad. I don't. Tubular.
This is tubular, dude.
Dude, what are you gonna do with that?
I don't know.
That thing isn't
I
even
don't-
gonna fly.
It flew already. It actually didn't do too badly.
Those wings look like they're just got
Look like
flat. They just look like they're worthless.
Oh, thank you. But see, okay, the key to being tubular though is this all acts like some more wing area, so it actually helps keep it up. It's not that bad. These wings are not worthless.
Because it's a tube.
Because it's a tube. Exactly. Yeah, because it's a tube, it's not.
But what if you put chopsticks or something?
What, to help support these?
Yeah, so it's not flapping. Because I think that's what I think that's what your problem would. I just don't think
I
you can
could-
get distance out of that without it.
I think, well, okay, these are folded. You could see that, right? So
Yeah.
I could leave room to like put some structure inside the end of the wing and do like a wing spar straight through to provide that. Yeah, I could probably do that.
You don't even need to stick it straight. You could just cut the chopstick to go along the leading edge there.
This is why you guys need to work on bottle rockets too, because bottle rockets have those sticks. So when already used, they come in really handy because
Yeah.
you can take the used stick and it's like perfect for this.
The problem
Not
is
too heavy,
like
not too light.
you gotta find them afterwards.
Oh, well, yeah, true that. That's a great idea, Mr. Air Force. OE, do you see that? OE's talking about like make them all pretty common so they're easily to produce. That's definitely a good idea because, you know, Air Force and the Navy, like, let's just go with 4 planes. The Navy all Hornet, you know, all the time.
Yeah.
But it does make sense. You know, obviously you can.
Well, yeah, that's the only thing they've ever done.
I I don't know. Other than the fact that it's like completely open in the front and back, it's kind of cool. And yeah, the wings are a little bit floppy.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so go get that plane. Let me see it.
Oh, you really want me to go get that plane, huh?
Yeah, I have to admit it. I've got a sick fascination. We gotta see this. Oh no, I mean it makes sense. I mean I'm sitting here on. I can't remember exactly how many you got in the front lines, but how do you keep moving your camera?
I realized that it's the chair
Oh.
bumping the table when I sit down and get up. Because it just spins and knocks everything over. But I'm gonna fix that because I'm gonna adjust the. So it blends in with the shavings pretty well. But I think it's too heavy in the wing now. I think that's what the problem.
Okay.
I think it's too heavy in the wing because I've taken all of this weight out. I've taken the nose off. I've taken the back off. I took the anhedral or the Delta Diamond part off. I created STE on it. I took the tip because this was a triangle. That came to a triangle, like a point. I flattened that out.
I think you should cut.
I need to cut some of this weight out.
I was just gonna say you should cut most of that out except for the anhedral.
So like this part of the see, I've got this taped down. So I need to take the tape off. Actually, I could probably cut some of that out too.
Yeah, you could probably cut some of that out too. That would help it out a great deal because that's where your weight's coming from.
Yeah, it's
33% commonality is probably a pretty good shoot.
So let me do this. Let me take this cut.
I've kind of done that. And well, you've got a pretty good common base because all of your planes start with the same sheet, right? Me and Mark is trying to do that because Mark is like converting to like finding new shapes and stuff. Of course, this is a whole new sheet of paper he's using here, but he's trying to get something out of it. What would have been like a fighter bomber has now became like an interceptor because it's gotten smaller as he's gone through the night.
This isn't working. I made the cut. I made that cut. I need to make it this. I need to cut it this way. That's what I need to do.
You slobby dob. Pretty much all letter paper?
Oh my goodness, I've already started.
Well, you knew it was gonna happen anyway.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna get rid of this plane if it didn't work anyway. So.
Well, it's kind of like you're like you said, you're just trying new things. You're just trying to make sure you have the balls to cut something. Basically, I mean, right?
Something. I just cut that whole thing out. Oh my goodness.
You're seeing a new side of Mark. Mark doesn't usually do this. Mark is scared of scissors.
I am deathly afraid of them. Because it jacks up the plane. And you can't take it back. I can always fix a fold. I can't change a cut.
Oh man, this is not how I envision this going. But whatever, we'll see what we can do.
Well, where's that at? Right along that. So I need to go straight across from here.
Do you know how hard it is to do with that light being where it is? One of the new things about the new studio is going to be featured a different lighting scheme. I should be able to, in theory, expand out.
Oh my goodness, don't do that. Okay. So I've taken all that out. Now I got to figure out how to... I need to tape just slightly this leading edge. Or this edge right here so it doesn't bubble out.
Pop a bubble out. Stop it.
So if I take this and I cut this in half.
Okay, so. Well, that's a good idea, dude. The blanks. No, I'm with you on that one. That's like pry fly. That's like the same thing I always do with pry fly. If you've heard us talking about having bodies on hand to be able to change, you know, like the ones you saw me, I folded one before, and Mark keeps going like, how the hell do you do that? You know, like I've got one built in 2010, but like I just built it, you know, last month because I've got pry fly, and it's the same thing. It's kind of like you're talking about with blanks. It's a hell of an idea. Whatever stage you think you get to the point where you're ready to, as we call it, combat code it. You know, it's like one of your planes in line, but you don't make the wings. You just make the fuselage, all the basic folds. You just don't make the wings because once you make the wings, it needs to be, you know, maintained, taken care of, whatever. Yeah, I've got a ton of those. I've got it like almost every different kind is in my pry fly at this point. I don't think Diamant is. I don't think
No,
Furies are.
Yeah, I don't.
But I think everything else is.
Yep. I think you are correct. I still think this is too heavy.
Well, putting the nose back on might help out. Okay, so should these be front strakes? Or should these be ventral strakes?
We're getting somewhere.
Uh-huh!
Getting somewhere. That didn't instantly start tumbling. So is it just a wing issue? Is it an anhedral issue?
I'm thinking either like strakes.
Okay, well it's going straight and spiraling.
It's going straight and spiraling?
So it's not spiraling.
Oh, that's peculiar.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, exactly. It's not.
Much as I hate the F-16, I always do
So
something
let's-
F-16 like on my planes. I know you guys, canards, strikes, whatever. But I got an idea. And when I've got an idea, that means the world has an idea. No, that's not what it is.
The globe does, though.
The globe does, yeah.
If Pack Global has an idea. Oh my goodness. Stop. I wish.
Stop what?
Spiraling.
Oh,
Out of
still
control.
spiraling?
I wonder if I taped it back a little bit.
You should date them. You should date code them once you get them to that stage. They should be part of your numbers. And yeah, just like I said, because you'd seen that. If you watch the show, like you remember the show from a couple weeks back, I had that one and I built it, and it was, the body was made in 2010. And I always put like, okay, if I fold, Mark knows this. And I think Mark has. I don't know, Mark. You have some in pry fly or nothing right now?
I have a couple.
Okay. But like again, it's once you get, you know, your final whatever is about to be right before the wings is usually what we say, because at that point you know what it's going to be. It's just missing its wings, and obviously when it has its wings, it's a lot harder to store. But when you don't, it's got
basically
it's got the body.
Basically, you would get it to this point.
Yeah.
You get it to this point before you fold the wings and the anhedrals, and then you'd store it. You'd date it, code it,
and store it. Yep.
And then when you decide to build it, like finalize it, then you just bust it out. You fold your wings, fold your anhedrals, and boom. And then you can put that date on it if you want.
Which I do, because I mean that's actually, I think, like, that shows you how old the airframe, you know, how much flight time it's getting. Obviously the airframe is, you know, you folded it way back in the day, but it's not as old as how many flights it's had or how much wind and rain and so on and so forth it's been exposed to. So I like the way you said ancient. Did you see that? He said ancient from 2009.
Wow. You don't even know.
Ancient from 2009. I've got 20, 30, 40, 50 planes from 2009 still at active duty. That's about breaking even. Speaking of that, where the hell am I going to coat this piece of crap? So yeah, I put the strakes on it now. Ironically enough, you may not believe this. This has actually stayed pretty straight for the most part. Really, seriously, looking straight on it, the tailplane and the wings seem to match. They're on alignment. I think I messed up the strakes a little bit.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
He might have made something.
Oh man, come on.
I have a fan going too, though, so it's really hard to tell if that's really. Oh no freaking way! Did it seriously just fly? If this thing flies, I'm definitely posting a video. Okay, it kind of sucks.
It's got so much potential.
It's got so much potential.
It wants to fly. It really does. I can see it. And then something's causing it to spiral.
That's my cord, people. Hold on. I'm actually taking you into the living room. I got a lot of cord. It actually didn't do too badly considering.
Yeah, it's. Oh man.
Something's causing it to spiral. How is it spiraling? Winder clips work pretty good too. It's
corkscrewing, I should say.
It's doing this. It's around its axis.
Yes.
It's not around a common axis.
Right.
So.
And what I've done is I've added a little tape here to close this up, and I added a small piece of tape back here to close this up because this is what was causing the helicopter issue. Because this was just flapping.
Make the anhedrals bigger.
I was thinking that. I've been trying to mess with the angle of them.
They need to be a little bit bigger, methinks. So this is actually not bad. Not great, but it's not bad.
Just a tiny bit bigger. Tiny bit bigger. Tiny bit bigger.
I don't know. You wouldn't expect it. It's
I bet that's gonna work.
Thing in the world.
I bet that's gonna work. I bet that's gonna give it a little bit more of what it's been missing.
What has it been missing?
Some love. Oh man, it's looking a little aggressive right now. A little aggressive.
All right.
It's still spiraling. Corkscrewing, whatever you want to call it.
Might not be enough. Is there a double fold on the anhedrals? He's going against the plane.
Kind of.
There is?
Yeah,
Kinda.
It's not as bad. It's not as bad. It's a more steady. It's a more steady corkscrew. Like
Right.
a more even when it's not so rapid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's like the right track.
Right, yeah. So we're on the right track.
I wonder if you could put a center strake on it.
I thought about putting a fin on it, but it's a little late for that because I got the back end off.
No, you don't have to fold it. Take one of those pieces of scrap and just put it on there. You don't even have to tape it. Just see if you can fix it in there temporarily and put it in.
Like a fin?
Yeah, and just put it in there and see what it does as long as there's something sticking up. I mean, literally just any of the scrap. You don't even have to alter it to make it look cool, just to test it out. See what it does. And if it does work, then you can cut it to make it look, all right, this looks like it fits. I always wonder what it'd be like if I actually used paper clips when I stored them as opposed to just not.
Okay. Let's try this again.
I don't usually do it because the paper clips fold the wings. But I suppose if I taped them, it would be all right. Well, there, I built a, plane for you guys. I would never have expected you to
Okay.
build otherwise.
Okay.
He's
I-
enjoying this.
I'm a little hesitant on this, but okay.
You mean it's kind of working?
It is, but it was.
Just me, I'm trying to beat this plane up.
Oh, the tape is split in the front now.
Already?
Yeah, man, it's taking some impact. Because it keeps.
Dude's got like so many test plates on it indoors, it's already becoming old.
Yeah. That's what happens. Because it just takes a beating.
It keeps on skeeting.
Alright, so let me get some tape on this nose up here to fix this issue I'm having. The issue I'm having.
Well, if you have an issue, here's some tissue.
No,
I'm trying to figure out if I can take this thing any
just
further
a tiny
than what I have
bit.
done.
Just a tiny bit right there. Just a tiny bit right there.
Tiny bit?
Tiny bit right there. Okay, so let's fold that out. Yeah, you like splitting right there.
Yeah, you like that, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, you like splitting right down the middle, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little off right there. Can I trim that? Let's trim this weight out.
Consider you guys as lucky that you don't have to keep track of all the stuff like me and Mark do when it comes to the bases and stuff that we need. This coding quick reference sheet, so we can have a coding quick reference. Like a rock.
Yeah.
He had it like a rock. Now it's actually doing a lot better.
I think that might be part of it. Okay. So there's that. Now, since I took that out, let me see if I can split this in half.
Oh, you stoop.
No, I don't want to do that. I just want to put that right
trying to
there.
make cuts. Hold on.
And I want to. Where is my damn tape?
Where is my damn duct tape? Quack.
It's like freaking surgery on this thing, man.
Tell me about it.
All right, so
Doing the same thing
that's
over
about
here.
the same. All right, let's do that. Now let's try to work on that fin issue. Let's try to put something in there that works.
That's what she said.
Yeah, let me try to put.
I have no idea why I'm lighting that up tonight, but bear with me, people.
Okay, so let's put this in there. Is that tall enough?
That's tall enough.
That's not tall enough.
Come on.
Well, it was, but it wasn't. Let's put that in there.
That's not gonna work.
Let's put that in there.
So,
Let's put that in there.
no, I'm not making a nozzle. Like the paper rockets Robert was talking about, it's pretty cool. I'm tired of using just bottle rockets, but then again, bottle rockets and stuff like that work really good when it comes to like lighting people up.
Okay, so it likes it in the front, which is weird.
What'd you put in the front? This is part of our test flight.
This?
Coming along with us and seeing us. Like, oh, okay.
So I just...
The little strake that you have? Okay.
Yeah, I stuck it in the front versus sticking it in the back or the middle. I haven't tried sticking it anywhere else. Well, let me try sticking it here. See if that works.
Can you make more of it stick out?
I could. It's just not that easy. It's liking it up at the front though. Let's try that. Yeah, it doesn't like that.
Oh. Well, alrighty then.
But I will say that it kind of likes. It kind of likes that. But what if I did? What if I did something along the lines of?
When messing with it, if you're actually going to make a cylinder of anything, it actually helps, especially when you're going to like where you're going to tape or glue or whatever to hold the cylinder together. It's crucial to pre-fold that so they already start to curve to be prepared for the hold.
So let me do this.
That's our little tech tip.
Oh, little tech talk. Little tech tip.
Tech talk for the tech tip.
Okay, so let me take this, trim it that way. Take this. Trim it that way. Well, that still didn't trim evenly. What the world?
Can't get it on my hand, man. Okay, so I don't need that one. So let's do...
That's not even going even.
this.
Okay. So, stop being a turd. Give me this piece.
Oh. That's what I was talking about when you gotta get it right.
So give me this piece. That's not tall enough. Let's go this or long enough. Let's go.
You'd think I'd have like a pencil
No.
or some sort of something like handy so I could spin around it. I mean, I got the... Oh, wait. No, I don't. They're all gone.
Alright. Put
I've
that.
been doing moving, people. You gotta forgive me. A lot of stuff is not here anymore that would normally be here to help me out.
So let me.
This is probably as fat as it gets.
That is actually kind of even, but let me
That's as fat as it
do.
gets.
Alright, so I'm
Okay,
trying to
so-
do.
A pen comes in handy here when you do this. Because the clip, if you have a clip in your pen, it'll maintain the roll. Okay.
So let's do that,
Removal.
and then let's do.
I wasn't meaning to do. I should have cut. Fuck. I left too much off. That's my biggest problem here. But let's see. It's a test to see if this works. This
That.
isn't a thing, but it's kind of like OAE and his pods.
So if I stick that in there, and then we stick this up at the front, and then if I do that,
So the methodology here is, I mean, most of you probably know
that-
this. It looks goofy cutting out the teeth, as it were, but the teeth, when you do cut the teeth and form any kind of battlement there, like an aircraft nozzle, like a jet nozzle, you close them up and meet them, and they come to more of a point. So all I'm trying to do is make that point. I'm trying to figure out exactly what kind of teeth I need to cut into to make the point on this thing, perhaps. Probably not going to do that, but
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, yeah.
we working.
We working.
We
We
working.
into it, folks. We into it.
I'm doing some crazy stuff.
I'm glad you're doing some crazy stuff, man, because you do need to expand your horizons.
Oh my
The
goodness.
potential to finding something for a new plane in there is great, or finding something that an old plane could use is great.
We about to do this.
I think it would actually be beneficial if I
We
cut these.
about to do this.
And of course, Robert's gonna say, and tape it.
We about to do that. And then let's see how that. So then let's shape this down.
Not bad. Okay.
Okay. So then if we do that,
Here it comes. This is the worst part.
I can
This is,
fit
without a
that.
doubt, the worst part.
I can fit that in the nose.
I mean, of course, most of you guys are probably like, there's probably some kind of, again, if you mess with bottle rockets or model rockets, you might have a nose cone laying around. If you do that, of course, would be ideal to meet your folds. Oh, I cut the piece too big. Okay though, got a scissors. This is just a test. This is only a test. Although this could be
I'm afraid to
applied.
staple. I'm afraid to staple this, but I know I can take the staple out.
You could take the staple out, yeah.
I'm afraid to
That's
staple
an
it.
easy.
I just
That's
want.
like
I want to hold this in there, but
like
I'm
you
afraid
said,
it's
I
not
mean,
gonna
it's like
fly.
that's an easy fix. Staple removal. The simplest one. Oh, come on. All this construction, I'm busy worried about a piece of tape stuck on my finger. Okay. Still stuck on my finger. Yep. Wait. No? No, it's on there. Okay.
Okay, so that's gonna hold that in.
Thanks for visiting, KIA.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming out. That was awesome. Time to clean up. He actually gets to leave.
Oh my goodness! Come on, man.
The building.
Oh, it's 11:30. Oh, it's
Yeah.
10:30 over there.
It must be. I'm guessing so. God, construction. Little one piece right there.
Alright, so let's fold that like that. Fold that like that.
That's not the greatest.
Fold that like that.
But there you go.
Let's,
See it?
let's kick this
It now
over a little
comes-
bit like that.
And now it comes to a point. Or at least it comes to more of a point than it would be if it was just a hollow hole. So, oh, I have a bullet.
I have something that flies.
You got it.
I don't know how to build it again. I cut all this stuff off of it. I don't even know what I built.
You did some major surgery on one plane, and now all of a sudden it's like, I have no idea how to get this again.
It still spirals. But I think I have an idea of what I can do. Because I
Oh,
wouldn't
man.
build it. I wouldn't build it this way the second time.
Speak of the devil. It just so happens that right now.
So I'm gonna leave this one the way it is. It's definitely not perfect, and it definitely still spirals, but it definitely isn't as bad as it was. So with that said,
all
I'm gonna
right.
put the date on here somewhere.
And I actually have one on hand with a cone. So I could have used this. Damn it. But the cone fits, so in a way, it kind of worked. Yes, I do have a. This is a If pack followers may or may not know, this is probably a, as we would call a tiger cat. There's bigger bottle rockets in this, but there's also smaller ones. So. Sure.
Okay. So I'm definitely not going to do this again as far as like this. But I think I have a base for what I'm going to try next time.
Okay, cool. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, so this is what I did with it.
Oh, look at... Oh, dude. And a strake fold on top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are you going to spend all your time dismantling that thing so you can figure out how the hell it was you made it?
Well, I have an idea, but what my problem is the weight. So I know that number 2 is probably not going to be this small. It's probably going to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So that may help as well. But I'm also going to trim some of the weight out in the beginning before it gets to the end.
All right.
So that way, I mean, if that works, then I'll still still obviously this is number 1 because it gave me that. It gave me the inspiration, and the intent is to replicate that, but in a different way.
The prototypes always come out differently.
Yeah, it's to replicate it so I don't have this mess. And all these little
That is
shavings.
a pretty big mess.
Well, yeah, because there's all these little shavings and all this extra, stuff, and then I tape, and then I cut, and then it's like, okay, well, what is the problem? Well, let me work on that to fix it for next time, because now that you built it once, the prototype is built. Now you can go from there and like, okay, well, this is what I did. Let me fix that. Let me adjust. It's the same thing I'm doing at work too. Okay, now that I've done it once, now I know how to motivate and get things done. And
yes, indeed.
Yep. So.
Yes, indeed. I mean, yeah, that's the way you go about it.
Yep. So.
I got July 4th rockets ready.
Yeah, I'm going to see some fireworks myself.
I'm going to launch some fireworks.
Yeah. Well, I know you normally do. Well, you normally launch them on New Year's, though.
Actually, that's true. But this year I'm going to be responsible for display, so yeah, I gotta get ready. This is a very, very small example of some of the stuff that I have.
How you gonna get those sticks back?
These I wouldn't even use, man. These things are way too big. Like I said, this is...
Oh, they are. I see that now.
You impact people may know this. Like I said, this is the equivalent of a tiger cat. So this is like the biggest natural stick you can get. These are 4 ounces. When you typically go up to like the 5.5 and then the 6.3s, then you get to the bear cat and the panther cat, which is a bigger rocket. You can't use those. You got to use the basic bottle rockets.
Yeah.
So luckily I don't even have to look for those sticks. I have a supply, but I could always use more. So after I launch a good gross or something like that, I could probably pick up extra sticks. If y'all need some sticks, let me know. I can hook you up.
Yeah, right. I need to go get some because we have the good fireworks too.
Yeah, I think they're legal down there in Florida.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. There's just not as many like good places like up there as far as like actual like stores.
Up where?
Like where you are.
Are you kidding me, dude? We have fucking superstores that are open all year.
I know you do. We have stores that are open all year, but they're like they're not an abundance
Oh,
of them. They're not like that around here.
gotcha,
At least not
gotcha.
where I'm at. Maybe they're
Maybe yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe it's just where you are. Maybe
yeah.
there should be.
Maybe it's different around like Orlando and the country and out that way. Because I know there's some around Tampa and I've seen them along the road, like traveling to Orlando.
The stands and stuff, or just regular like
Like
Phantom fireworks, for example, or
no,
something.
no, 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 like the superstores.
Okay.
But I just felt like there were way more of them up there than there were down here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think because actually, well, I again, you probably have to check the legality of your area, but you're also surrounded by a bunch of states that don't like having, like I mean, North Carolina, you can't have anything that launches. Period.
Yeah,
That's why.
Georgia doesn't like. That's probably why they're probably closer to the border.
Yeah. Right.
So since Georgia doesn't allow those type of fireworks, people always used to go to Tennessee or Alabama.
South Carolina does. South Carolina lets you
I don't
launch
think
stuff.
that I don't think they went to I don't think they went to South Carolina when I was growing up. I think they either went to Alabama or they went to Tennessee.
Oh,
Because Florida's much further away than Tennessee and Alabama.
that's true.
So it was one. I'm assuming it was one of those states that they went to get the fireworks.
Yeah, probably. You're
So
right. You're right.
and I'm assuming for the South Georgia people, they usually come over to us. So I'm, I'm thinking that maybe that's where a lot of the superstores are.
And it's cool. Like, I mean, they sent me catalogs. There's like two or three places that I've shopped that send me catalogs, and like anybody anywhere could order. The only problem is explosives are not allowed to go through like standard mail. You can't do U.S. Postal Service. You can't do UPS. They have to go by freight, and they have to go by special freight because they are classified as explosives. So,
Yeah,
so it's like, I mean, truthfully speaking, even ordering a package could be cheap, but the special surcharges for explosives get you uppity in cost. Kind of sucks. Yeah, we got those. Yeah,
yeah,
buy
but I
one
don't
get
even
two
know if they
free.
would
We got a
deliver
lot of
to a
those.
state that doesn't allow them.
Oh no, you can do that. You could definitely do that because they don't know what kind of carriage you're getting. I mean, just because you get it classified as explosives doesn't mean they don't know what's in them. I mean, it's not like you're. I mean, okay, yeah, nowadays, of course, you're probably like monitoring for terrorist activity, but I mean, that's above and beyond your head. So just getting shipping fireworks isn't that big of a deal. That's how a lot of the regular, like anybody putting on shows, that's how they do it, especially in the states where it's illegal anyway. They don't have their own stock in state. They got to get them from out of state.
Yeah, so they have them shipped in.
Yeah. But of course, if you're putting on a show, they can cover all those costs. They still have to go through the same, whatever kind of inspection, investigation, tariffs that you would ship explosives. But yeah, they still get them shipped. So
Yeah. Okay, well, I
I won't
think
get too free.
I think yeah, right. I think we're gonna wrap this up. I think
Okay.
we're about almost 2.5 hours in.
Beat that Y13. No, I'm kidding. Thanks for thanks for showing up, guys. Thanks for you know giving us some insights, giving us some ideas. Especially Mark over there. I'm glad you got a chance to get that out there. That new plane like that. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. This new plane right here. That's the plane. That's what's left of it.
I'm gonna call it the COVID confetti.
Yeah. What you gonna name that? Rona.
Rona.
What's the name of that? What's the
I
name of
have
that
no
plane?
idea. I have
COVID.
no idea, but look for big things when I try to fly this one.
What's your daughter's name? COVID.
Yeah,
Rona.
Robert, you take care too, man.
Yeah. And always remember.
To keep them flying.